Gaddock Teeg versus Granzo, Havoc Raiser. And we have a no land hand. Obviously can't keep that. If we get into another land, we can fix our mana with Kodama's Reach. Definitely don't want to draw into Avacyn yet. So Gaddock Teeg is a 2 mana 2/2. Non-creature spells with CMC 4 or greater can't be cast. The same is true with spells with X in their mana cost. That's non-creature spells. We do get into that white source that we need. Not sure how good a matchup this is going to be for Gaddock Teeg, because Granzo might just be Goblin Tribal by the looks of it. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you can either goad a target creature that player controls, or exile the top card of that player's library, and until the end of the turn you may cast it and spend any mana to cast that spell. So 2/2 for 2 mana, and they're getting down their commander early. So I imagine they're going to exile the top of our library. They get into another plains. That's not the end of the world. We've got a few more land drops to go yet. We'll just might go for the Fleecemane Lion actually. That keeps them from attacking in, and if they have a Lightning Bolt in hand, then they can go for it. Usually in any situation I would just go for Nature's Law there, but this does keep them from swinging in. That doesn't. Creatures you control have menace. That means that we cannot block. We'll get down the Prowling Serpapard. And then they'll be able to... Actually, I think we might Nature's Law into the Tajiri Preserver. I don't think that the Preserver is going to do a whole lot this game, so we can use it as a chump blocker in this case. They get rid of a Tireless Tracker, which isn't great for us. We'll just get a Savannah off the Nature's Law. And then get down our Preserver. And so... Oh, but they're goading... Yeah, okay. Well, I don't mind doing that anyway. They've goaded our creature, so looks like we're on the attack like crazy plan. I think we can outrace them in that regard. We are getting more mana than they are. If they get into a load of mana rocks where they can actually cast the things that they're exiling, then yeah, we might be in some trouble, but we're outracing them so far. Next turn might be Gaddock Teeg into Kodama's Reach. Okay, gonna swing in with both things here. And, oh, yeah, I forgot there, we can't block. The sooner we get rid of this thing, the better. Goblin War Drums is doing some great things for them. Okay, they're going to exile a couple of things, which means we can hold back these for blockers. So far they've gotten rid of our Canopy Vista, a Tireless Tracker, and a Dragonlord Dramoka. Yeah, and it's until end of turn, so they can't actually do any of these. They can't save the Tireless Tracker until later. And they don't have enough mana for the Dragonlord Dramoka. And they get into some more card draw potentially. So I think we just go for Sakura Tribe Elder. Oh no, we could go for Prowling Serpapard. We'll get a couple of plains. Doesn't matter which one goes in tapped. Now we've already played a land for the turn, so we will have to go for our Sakura Tribe Elder. Now they can't swing in profitably. They might be able to burn something And then there's only one thing that we can actually block. We'll probably just block their Granzo. If they want to tap out, getting their commander out again, that's fine with me. Okay, so looks like we've got another target we'd like to block. And I might actually wait on the Sakura Tribe Elder. This is when it's not blocked. Whenever it attacks and isn't blocked, you can sacrifice it and destroy a creature or land. Yeah, don't care for that, but it's not actually the end of the world if that does happen. Alright, do we have enough green mana? Yes, we do. We can get both of these out, making it really difficult for our opponent to get around all this stuff. Next turn is probably Fleece Mane Lion. That'll be, yeah, and then we'll be able to Gaddock Teeg from that. So we'll just have to wait it out a turn now. And probably will sacrifice the Sakura Tribe Elder. Our opponent has 4 cards in hand. We have managed to dump our hand onto the battlefield. I'm just thinking of board wipe potential now. It might be worth holding up mana for the regeneration on Thrun, because if they get into something like Blasphemous Act or Chain Reaction, might already be too late for that. Okay, Comet Storm. So we might as well sacrifice the Sakura Tribe Elder, seeing as how it's about to die anyway. And now they can get through. We can block a creature though. They choose not to. And we get into Farseek. So I think we go for our commander. Yeah, I'm going to hold up regeneration on Thrun, as well as... Actually, if we just start putting pressure on our opponent... Yeah, I don't mind that. We need to start getting the game moving a little bit, and we'll hopefully be able to block with both of these. We can always get Gaddock Teeg out again next turn. Okay, that is Goblin War Chief with nice new artwork, giving the goblins haste and making them cheaper to cast. And then Drill Sergeant, I don't know what that does. That's really good. Luckily they don't have boatloads of mana, so I'm not sure how useful that's necessarily going to be to them. But now that they're swarming the board with goblins, it looks like this is just a race to the finish line. Going to make this thing monstrous, which will give it hexproof and indestructible, and a +1/+1 counter. And now we have Genesis Wave. We can get into our tap land, and we have all the mana in the world now. So looks like anything we draw into, we're going to be able to cast. I actually don't care about blocking anymore if they don't have a whole lot of mana, so they can't necessarily cast anything that they exile off the top of our library. If they were likely to get into things like Sun Titan and Avacyn and what else in the deck? Primeval Titan, Elesh, things like that, then I'd be more cautious, but they only have 5 mana. We're about to exile a whole lot of stuff from our library. And they'll probably kill the Gaia's Cradle here. I forget what this thing does. You can pay red if you do destroy a target artifact. Yeah, we don't have any artifacts, so that's not a worry for us. Okay, our opponent has decided to kill the Serpapard with the Goblin Grenadiers. And we will just get some regeneration on Throne the Last Troll, just in case. Don't actually need the Gaia's Cradle, so not too worried about that. Now I'll be intrigued if they want to use Skirk Drill Sergeant trigger, or if they want to just see what they can get from our deck. They need to get some creatures on board because we are swinging in for 10 next turn. And we are just going to turn everything sideways. So that's exile, exile. Yeah, they're just exiling 4 cards off the top, so let's see what they get. They get a Flooded Strand, won't do anything for them. Dungrove Elder is going to be equal to the number of forests you control, so that will be a 0/0 if they decide to cast that. Eladamri's Call might help them. Can they cast Eladamri's Call? Cast the card, yeah. So they can cast Eladamri's Call and grab a creature. They'll only be able to use 3 mana. So we'll see what they decide to do there. They might make a mistake and go for the Dungrove Elder. But that's not forests on the battlefield. That is equal to the forest you control. Yep, they go for the Eladamri's Call. I'll be intrigued to see what they grab from this. They'll actually need a couple of creatures, so what is that card? Mog War Marshal. I think there's some goblins that come in with a token, so they'll be able to chump block. Gempath Incinerator, I don't know what that does. Or Gempalm Incinerator. Deals X damage to a target creature, where X is the number of goblins on the battlefield. Okay. That's going after Gaddock Teeg. This thing is indestructible, and this has hexproof. So I don't know if that does it for them. Because we're still swinging in for 8 next turn. If they can get down a 1 mana creature here, which might have been what they were going for by cycling the Incinerator. We would really love a flyer or an Elesh or something like that right now. They need to get down a blocker. Oh, they're just going for Miri's Guile. So I think that's a win for us. And yep, it certainly is. We get them down to -1. I think they were starting to claw the game back there. Had we have not got out our cheap big creatures, we wouldn't have been able to stall the game out like we did. The Goblin War Drums did a hell of a lot of work for them there, making it difficult for us to block. Had they not have got that out, the game would have been a lot easier for us. We would have been able to just block all day long with our big dumb creatures. But that's the way it goes sometimes. I hope you're enjoying the Gaddock Teeg content. It's a big thank you for 100 subscribers, so I do hope that you're enjoying the deck. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.